Alrighty, welcome everyone to a uh, new video. This is basically a recap of WWE on Netflix. Um, I'm mainly saying that for the week because um, as a Canadian viewer up here, we actually get Raw, NXT, um, and SmackDown as well as the PLEs on Netflix, where I think only the American viewers get Raw. So I'm gonna give basically how this week went. Definitely any worry that I'd say the performance like of the stream was a concern after the whole Jake Paul Mike Tyson thing. Thankfully, it is very smooth. I had zero problem streaming it. So definitely, Netflix did a good job with that. And yeah, so we're gonna start talking about what happened on Monday Night Raw, and then we'll talk about NXT, and then we'll talk about last night on SmackDown. Um, it's funny how they have Seth Rollins literally. They literally have Seth Rollins as the as a higher rating, but anyway, um, Monday Night Raw was very well done. I'd say um, I say the beginning was kind of weird because of the whole. I would say it was weird because of the whole how the Rock introduced the whole thing, which they started with the Rock, and he did like his normal Dwayne Johnson stick, right? Where they thanking Netflix for the partnership. He was giving props to Cody Rhodes, which that was a little uproar on the IWC over how they kind of mess up the kind of storyline there, because that wasn't really the final boss there, but it is what it is. Um, but yeah, The Rock started out. We get our first match being the Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa for the rank of tribal chief in tribal combat. Great match. You know how tribal combat starts. It starts off very slow, and then essentially the last 6 to 8 minutes it starts to hype up, and a lot happens. We knew with tribal combat, you knew that Tamatonga and Jacob Fatu was gonna get involved somehow, which they did. Um, you had Sammy and Jimmy came in with the save. And when those guys were taken out, here you thought, oh, Roman's got a chance to end this, and out of nowhere, here's Kevin Owens with a stunner, and it's just like, bruh, it just it got chaotic after that. It was like, which that was another thing I'd mention. This episode of Raw, I swear finishers was just not protected. Like, everyone had to hit like 3 or 4 finishers. Don't get me started on this match here with CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Because I lost count how many GTSs were hit that Seth put on. He hit him with 2 pedigrees. One was through a table. It was just ridiculous. But
it is going to take a lot more to keep
oh
him
shoot.
down.
Seth freaking Rollins loves to get a frenetic pace going, loves to get rolling.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the smartest strategy for the visionary here. We know Rollins knows when to slow things down, to pick his spots. He's definitely learned a thing or two under the wing of Triple H, and he could show that off here tonight.
But hilarious. Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. What a double-handed shot. Looking for a high-risk move. Look out. Splash.
That was a little jumpy.
Can he close it out? Yeah, no. He doesn't get the 3. How?
Come on.
Back in the ring now. CM Punk headed to the top rope. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Shoulders down. His arm shot off the mat before 1.
How on earth could he not keep him down for even 1 at this point?
He's starting to struggle here.
Not a bad place to be in, but the longer this goes, the more trouble a superstar exposes himself to. Punk looking to finish this with the Anaconda Vice, cinching in the Anaconda Vice submission.
Oh no, this is not
Hey.
Can he roll on his...
Kneeing his way out. And he's free.
Oh, jeez.
Picture perfect drop kick.
I literally hit.
Rollins with a skywalker.
Oh, jeez.
Kick out after the 1.
Refusing
Yeah.
to give up even an inch.
Sorry, I'm
of
being
ground
mad
as
distracted
this
of the game
match
right now.
continues.
Oh, jeez. Falling hard to the outside.
But yeah.
The ref caught the brunt of that.
Get ready, Saxton. You might be the replacement.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
Brought down with a snapmare. Elbow after elbow.
Vicious.
Whoa, whoa.
Awesome. I love it.
Somehow breaks the count immediately.
I'm having a hard time believing that one.
Pinpoint kick to the back.
Oh my gosh.
And he scores a reversal on Rollins. Uh-oh. He saw it coming, taking advantage.
Oh no.
Hooked in and
Package drive. And the count doesn't even begin.
this deep into the match, and he's able to kick out before a 1 count. It's stunning.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, jeez.
Tope, what?
Just a devil-may-care attitude on full display.
Going for broke, and it pays off. Punk looking for GTS. Go to sleep. Rollins may be laid to rest. He's staring his opponent down, getting into that zone.
Sure, he's pumping himself up, but he's also giving his opponent a chance to recover.
Oh.
That one's scouted.
Big forearm.
Is that early, really?
Look out. Stomp.
Rollins just turned the lights out.
And there's the cover. The cover.
Nope.
That's impossible.
I can't believe what we just saw.
There's no way that was what Seth Rollins was expecting. He thought this
Roman
match was
ended up winning that tribal combat.
match. These men aren't giving up any ground.
So it's interesting to see what they'll do with Solo after that.
CM Punk stopped that in its tracks.
Oh my gosh.
After a string of counters.
That man stay countering me, bro.
Oh, man.
He didn't need that eyebrow anyway.
Ooh, stinging kick.
And there's Seth with a crucially timed maneuver.
This right here is a testament to the sheer willpower of Seth Rollins.
No way.
Good technique reversing Rollins.
Ooh, vicious right forward.
Getting dangerously close to our desk.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
And an elbow.
Boom.
Kick lands. Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
Oh my gosh.
And he slides him back to the mat. Cover here. Kicks
Nope.
out before the 2 count.
There is no quit in this man tonight.
Ooh, he retaliates. Punk has that look. Gonna try to end it.
Yeah, after that match,
Has him trapped up across the shoulders.
GTS connects.
Can he shut the door on this one?
Cover.
He's
oh wow.
Wow, what a kick out. I'm amazed at the fight Seth Rollins is bringing.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin.
No time to waste being shocked. You've got to maintain pressure.
Knew what was coming there.
Oh my.
Trading back and forth blow. This is quickly turning into a slug. These two going strike for strike, it seems.
Nothing pretty here. Just good old.
All right, I'm gonna end up.
Climbing up top, he's got.
Oh, I'm not gonna make this.
Oh my God.
Diving moonsault.
That's gotta be it. A defiant kick out after 1.
Still not enough to put.
What? Bruh, I get up and you immediately do the move. Are you kidding me?
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
Very few superstars possess the fortitude to do what we just witnessed.
Very few. How about?
Yeah, this is now going like how the main event went.
And Rollins not handling this well. That was it, for all he knew. But it wasn't.
Everyone is out.
Again. Bro. I lost. I so lost.
Shoulders down.
Yeah. I lost. Anyway,
Rollins got a huge win.
I believe the next match was
CM Punk disappointed.
if I'm not mistaken, was it the
You can sense the aggravation and see
the women's world championship match between Rhea and Liv? Which that was predictable. We knew they were gonna give the title to Rhea. Which that was sort of my problem with the Monday Night Raw. It was unfortunately very predictable, and I did not think to blow her down the music. I'm gonna get hit copyright now. It was very predictable in a sense. I think that like pretty much all the baby faces won. Which was Akira's case with the what was that match? Oh yeah, with Drew and Jey Uso. Which the match wasn't bad, but the fact that you had Drew lose that match, like You're supposed to be building this guy to be the bounty hunter of the bloodline, and he gets easily tricked by Jey Uso. It's like, come on. Although that Jey Uso match, it did start out good with the with Travis Scott coming out there with the whole theme music. What else was on Eats? There was another match, and somehow I'm forgetting. What was that other match? Yeah, I had to recap the innings. I just realized it was only 4 matches. For a 3-hour show, it was only 4 matches. Weird. Anyway, obviously we can talk about the main event with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Very good match. Definitely. Most definitely could have looked forward to their couple other matches they're going to probably do, because they'll probably do another one. I don't know if they'll do another one in that like Rumble and end it off probably in that WrestleMania. We'll see. But man, when I tell you there was so many finishers thrown in this match, like no finisher was protected. I lost count how many GTSs was applied. Because Seth Rollins alone hit like I think 2 GTSs, a pedigree, like 2 pedigrees, one of which was on through a table, and then I think he had 1 curb stomp. And I'm like, bruh. And then CM Punk, I think CM Punk hit 1 or 2 curb stomps. But it got so hectic at the end where the amount of near falls, and you can see like Seth was like frustrated, right? So at that point, someone gave it 100 rating for her. That's crazy. What was it? So it ends up where Seth tries to hit the Falcon Arrow from the top of the rope. CM Punk reverses it into a GTS. And at that point, like Seth was slumped. So Punk goes to try and hit a second GTS. You can see he was like struggling to pick him up and everything. Hits him with it. 1, 2, 3. The match is over. So it's really interesting how they go with that rivalry. But yeah. Do. But yeah, overall, Raw was I'd say it was like an 8 out of 10. It felt like a PLE, but yeah, it was good. I have to like lower it because I don't want to hit too much with copyright, but you know. But yeah, that was Monday Night Raw. Oh, another thing, they show during the time that I believe for the U.S. viewers were getting still commercials. We were getting full on promos. So a lot of y'all American viewers, you would have to wait till you see some of those videos were on was on YouTube. Otherwise, you missed out on some of those promos. There was this one with New Day where they're over here trying to say Drake won the fight with Kendrick Lamar. It was ridiculous. But yeah, I'd say that was still a solid Raw. The matches were pretty predictable. I think next week is going to be a lot more exciting, especially with the whole new crowning of the Intercontinental Championship for the women's. But yeah, so that was Monday Night Raw. As for NXT, I ain't gonna hold you. I only watched it for this match here with Roxanne Perez and Julia. And the triple threat match for the NXT Championship with Obafemi, I think Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams. I know Lexi King won the. I don't even remember what that NXT trophy is. Stephanie Valkyr won the Fatal 4-Way, so she's actually the next number one contender for... Why is that belt so damn big? I got the recent render of the new title. I didn't realize how big that shit is. Unless Roxanne's just that small. Oh, but, oh, man. But, yeah. Yeah, Stephanie Valkyr won the Fatal 4-Way, so she's going to be the next number one contender. I don't know if they're going to have that match for NXT Vengeance Day. Yeah, we could have had a better render of that, but okay. This is the best render I got for Julia. But yeah, Julia's the new NXT Women's Champion, which we kind of figured if they were going to get the belt off of Roxanne, it would make sense it would be her. Especially when Roxanne's probably going to get moved up to the main roster. Which, if she... I don't know where she would be best at. If it would be on SmackDown or on Raw. Because I feel like Raw needs some competitors for the women's on that side. I feel like the women's division on SmackDown is a lot stronger. Yeah, so she won that. The triple threat match was insane. Which I expected would be good because of definitely Trick Williams and Obafemi. Um, but yeah, the triple threat was pretty good.
Body now has the arm trapped. Pump handle position up. And they call that the better end.
We could have a new champion.
Makes the cover.
Oh well, damn.
New champ. What
I didn't think I would beat her so quickly, but okay. But yeah, in that match, it ends off with Trick Williams about to do his finisher. Obafemi moves out of the way. Eddie Thorne had a chair, so the collision like took both of them out, and Obafemi does his finishing move, and that put the end to Trick Williams' reign. Which, to be honest, I didn't see him holding that title for very long. Like, I would figure at this point, Trick Williams is going to probably get moved up to the main roster, which I think he's going to get moved up to SmackDown. So, I don't know. But now with Obafemi being the NXT champion, yeah, good luck to anyone trying to take that off of him because he's going to hold that for a while. But, yeah, I'd say NXT for me, I'd say it was a 7. I really was only there for two matches really. But I am looking forward to see what happens with the women's championship now, because now that Stephanie Valkyrie is the #1 contender, we will see how that goes going forward. All right, so next up we're gonna talk about SmackDown. SmackDown had 6 matches, bro. I was just like, bro, as the show went on, we're just adding matches to the card. I'm like, dang. And then we started. Oh, before I talk about SmackDown, before NXT ended, The Rock came out addressing all the things where people were saying on the internet. So he was saying, how he knows what he's doing, and then like just enjoy the ride and this, that, and third, and he was throwing all kinds of curse words or whatever, right? So yeah, we'll see what the whole plan is with the final boss, and you see what they actually do for WrestleMania. But in the case of, I was seeing this with some people. Apparently, while he was closing out, before he got to the if you smell the Rock, the part where he says the cooking, CW just cut that shit off. Oh man, I heard people was upset about that, but like, this is what I'm glad this thing is on Netflix now. I don't gotta deal with none of that. But now, getting back to SmackDown. SmackDown started with Paul Heyman addressing the whole thing with Roman Reigns winning the Ula Fala. And now that he's the only tribal chief, he calls out Cody Rhodes. He calls out Cody Rhodes for letting him know that, you know, Roman is going to come after that title, and that he will be joining the 2025 Royal Rumble. So it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to go, because now that we know that John Cena and Roman Reigns is going to be in that match, like, yo, there's a good chance this year's Royal Rumble is going to be stacked, and it's good because, like, it's less predictable as to who's going to likely win. Where I feel like the women's one, I feel like the women's Royal Rumble, I feel like it's Io Sky is winning that. I'm sorry. The fact that you put the title on Rhea makes that completely predictable. So we'll see how that goes with that. But after that, as that segment was going, Kevin Owens comes out doing his simple stick, like how he's gonna make sure he wins the title, so he prevents Roman Reigns from winning it back. And Cody Rhodes goes out in the crowd. Him and Kevin Owens are brawling or whatever. And as you turn back to Paul Heyman, you have Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga in the ring. And when it looked like they were about to take this man out again, here's Jimmy, try to save the day, but man, they just got wrecked. All you see is like, yo, it looked like Jimmy could be out for the count. Nobody were ready to take him out with the chair. And then Cody Rhodes comes back, saves Haynes. They get taken. So they get taken. We get to the back. Jacob Fatu and Tama getting kicked out of the arena. LA Knight finally kicked out Jacob Fatu out the arena. So you already knew at that point. I'm like, all right, Jacob's gonna get interfered in this match. Especially where we kind of know that that's probably the way how they're gonna future set him into the United States Championship hunt. Because I feel like that's the title they're going to give him first before he gets anywhere near to a true world title bout. Yeah, I'm talking as Shinsuke over here doing all kinds of choreography. Dude, I miss this theme song. His new one is his new one fits his new character, but like this theme song was always like the best I've heard. But yeah, so we had that segment. After that, we had the women's United States Championship belt, which that match was alright. It could have been better. Chelsea ends up retaining it, the title from Michin. And yeah, that obviously if you saw the previous SmackDown, you saw that the tag team championship match from last week was interfered by a whole bunch of tag teams were brawling inside the match. So Nick Aldis made it all the tag teams that were involved in that whole fiasco. They had their matches in order to qualify to become the number one contender for the tag team titles. So the first set was Las Garza versus Pretty Deadly. It was a decent match. Was it Las Garza ended up winning that one? Which I think was pretty predictable in that front. Ooh. The following.
And he saw that coming from Knight. What's your game plan if you're set to clash with perhaps the most feared striker in all of WWE? Going for a pin for the championship. Denying a 2 count there.
He's far from finished. Ooh, targeting the leg there.
What the?
Champ's got the pin to retain. And he easily stops the ref's count.
This match was close to over.
Measured stomp right to the gut.
Followed up by another to the chest.
He avoids the damage.
Whoa. Damn. I think what was the following match?
Has them hooked, looking for sliced bread. What a counter! Power slam.
Oh. I believe it was this match, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I was too late on that.
Tied power slam. The champ falling victim to some absolutely bone-rattling offense there.
Right in the face.
My God.
Oh my God. That takes them down.
Ooh, knee right to the spine. Make your legs go numb.
Oh, and then the chest as well.
The challenger is not in a great place.
You really can't overstate the sheer force that Nakamura can hit you with.
Oh.
Turns it around. Oh, impressive counter. Got flipped upside down there.
Ducking out of trouble.
Oh, jeez.
Tough position to be caught in here.
Ooh, pinpointing the trick here.
But yeah, like I said, with this match,
The physicality on display there. Unbelievable.
you knew that Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga was gonna get involved, which they did.
On the gravy train.
Raises the shoulder before the 1 count.
Able to get that shoulder up so quickly. What a statement.
Oh, the reversal by Shinsuke
What?
Nakamura. Knight caught by surprise. Oh, he knew what was coming.
Oh, boss. What was that?
First one missed. Second one didn't.
Effective.
Snapmare.
Seated knee strike.
Followed up by another to the chest. Nakamura set his target, ready to strike. The end is near.
Wow. You went and countered that.
He's heading to the floor, but he can't take his time. Nakamura gets the counter. Kick to the stomach.
Guys, they're getting way too close for comfort here.
Yeah, we've seen this before, and it doesn't end well. LA Knight's hopes are waiting.
Nakamura cannot be stopped, gentlemen.
He's pushing back now.
Brief sign of adrenaline from LA.
And showing his opponent takes a ride on the gravy train.
The effects of this match are showing on the champ.
There's been plenty of action in this match, and the cost of that is really showing now.
Into the ring now.
LA Knight with BFT.
The title's in jeopardy here.
I think the paradigm has shifted. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
What just happened?
But their interference.
First one missed, second one didn't.
Effective.
The champion into the cover.
special. If the ref was more honest, there would be no need to cheat.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Megastar's elbow. LA Knight looking as confident.
Yep, and I might die here. Yep. And I lost. Oh my gosh. Anywho, so there, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga's interference. Caused the match to be a no contest, and it actually prompted both Jimmy and Cody Rhodes to come out and save LA Knight. So then we ended up getting a tag team match with those guys against Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga as the main event. So that prompted that one. Then we got I think we had the following tag team match with what is it? Motor City Machine Guns and A-Town Down Under. Very good match. Actually, this was my favorite match of the night. Very solid tag match. City Machine Guns. Motor City Machine Guns. Wow, I cannot say their name. Motor City Machine Guns would go for the win. So next week on SmackDown, you will have Les Garza and Motor City Machine Guns will be fighting to have the number one contendership to the Tag Team Championships, which is currently being held by Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. So we'll see how that goes. After that, we had our segment with Tiffany Stratton winning. Obviously, she won the WWE Women's Championship after cashing in the Money in the Bank last week. And you already know Nia was pissed. All here talking about how they were playing each other, this, that, and the third. And then Bayley comes out talking about how she deserves her opportunity at the title. Then you had the tag team champions, Bianca Belair and Naomi would come out. This prompted a fatal four-way for the number one contendership. Solid women's fatal four-way. I think this was my second favorite match of the night. Bayley ends up winning. So we're getting Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley next week. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, and then we had the main event. You knew shenanigans was going to ensue. Kevin Owens comes in, tries to get involved in the match. And you see Cody Rhodes and him fighting into the distance. Left Jimmy by himself with the two Samoans. Two Samoans pack up Jimmy. Jacob, obviously, with his 5 moves of doom, ends up finishing Jimmy. 1, 2, 3. Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga get the win. Next thing you know, we see Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes still fighting across another part of the arena. They took themselves outside of the back inside to the arena, and they take each other out through a table. And SmackDown ends right there. So I ain't gonna hold you. I'm more interested to see what SmackDown does now for the next few weeks, because I feel like they've done a better job of progressing certain storylines. I know Raw was basically ending stuff, right? But my problem with Raw is some of their feuds that they're now going to be going next, they're going to be very predictable. So I'm interested to see what they do. Like I said, the only true one I'm going to be very interested in with Raw this coming Monday is definitely that Intercontinental Championship match with Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria, because Lord knows that match is gonna hit. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. The street match with Finn Balor. Listen. Am I gonna be shocked they're gonna give Damian Priest the win? No, because after what I just saw you just did with Rhea, I'm gonna look at that match and be like, all right, they're beating each other up. Well, I know you're gonna give this to Damian, and it's gonna be a complete waste. The way how they wasted that feud between even with Rhea and Liv and Damian here and Finn, the way they could have went with this feud, they completely dropped the ball after SummerSlam. Because had they done a better job with how they were booking this stuff, I feel like you would have had a much better setup going into this year. Now I'm like, what the hell are you gonna do with Finn? Damian, what are you gonna do with Damian? Damian's not gonna win. I don't see Damian winning another singles title this year. So what feuds are you gonna be doing with Damian on that one? And the whole thing with Rhea is, okay, you put the belt back on Rhea, but here's the problem: the only person you have set up to even remotely have a chance against her is Io. One person. The rest of them are gonna be vying for the Intercontinental Championship. So it's like, bruh. Oh man, that was my thing with Raw's show. I feel like SmackDown has set up a better job of what's to come for the coming months, and what could start off truly the year of wrestling here. But we'll see. I found SmackDown's, even though the Raw matches were better, I feel like as the show setting up storylines, I feel like SmackDown did the better job. But I feel like Raw did a better job as feeling like a PLE show, which probably it should. This was the first time Raw was not gonna be on broadcast television. It was literally on a streaming service. So that's how I feel with the week of WWE on Netflix. All in all, it was a solid week of wrestling, and I look forward to what they do for the year of 2025. I give SmackDown a 2.5. Not 2.5, an 8.5. Sorry. Mainly because I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I enjoyed the matches more. I think the only disappointing one was the women's United States Championship match. I feel like that could have been better. And then the first tag team match, I felt was good, but it was nowhere near better than the Motor City Machine Guns versus A-Town Down Under. Yeah, that's my rundown for the week of WWE on Netflix. You let me guys know in the comments how did you guys enjoyed this week of wrestling. I know for the American viewers, it's mainly Raw that you got to experience on Netflix. Everything else, I think CW is still handing NXT, and I believe USA is now dealing with SmackDown now. So, but yeah, for my international viewers, you guys let me know how you guys, what was your experience with the with this week's Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. And yeah, this is the only one where I'm gonna do the whole week like this. following ones going forward, I'm just gonna focus one show at a time. You guys let me know if you like this kind of format I'm trying to do here, because I like to keep it with WWE. Was it WWE 2K24? Which, speaking to that, obviously there's gonna be the new announcement of what is it? Was it 2K25? It was supposed to be announced on the 28th, or is it the 27th? I think Roman's gonna speak on it on the 27th on Raw, and I think the official announcement of the game will be on the 28th. I think that's how that is gonna go. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that one goes. But yeah, I try to keep it with WWE 2K24 because this is also a gaming channel, so I try to keep that in mind as well. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and share. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel. Follow my social medias in the description down below. And I will see you guys on the next one. Till then, you guys have a good one, and deuces.